Now that we've practiced solving inequalities, we've got to practice writing inequalities when we are given a word problem. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And in your composition book, you have that half sheet of paper that just has 2 word problems on it. So that's where you should be in your composition book. And again, this is going to be another short and sweet video. So the first word problem says, yellow cab taxi charges a $1.75 flat rate in addition to 65 cents per mile. Katie has no more than $10 to spend on a ride. How many miles can Katie travel without exceeding her limit? So, important information here. A flat fee. That means a one-time pay this much. And then also 65 cents per mile. And it said that Katie has no more than $10. Okay, so if they're paying a flat rate of $1.75, you have to pay that no matter what. So we have $1.75 plus 65 cents per mile. And I know in my class we've talked about that per means multiplication. So you have to multiply by miles. So we're going to say M. Now it says no more than. That means that it cannot be greater than $10. Okay? So therefore the $1.75 plus the 65 cents per mile has to be less than, and it can be equal to, $10. Okay, so now we've got to find out how many miles can Katie travel without exceeding her limit. That means all we have to do is solve for M now. So separate your 2 sides. We've got to get our term with our variable by itself. So that means we have to take and subtract $1.75 from both sides. When we take away $1.75, remember this is $10, we're going to get 65 cents M is less than or equal to $8.25. Now we have to get M by itself, so we divide by 65 cents on both sides. So we get M is less than or equal to 12.69, and it goes on some more, 23077 if you put it in the calculator. So it asked how many miles can Katie travel without exceeding her limit. So we're talking whole miles. So therefore she would have to travel 12 miles or less in order to not go over her limit. In our second problem, let's see what Keith's got going on here. It says Keith has $500 in a savings account at the beginning of the summer. He wants to have at least $200 in the account by the end of summer. He withdraws $25 each week for food, clothes, and movie tickets. How many weeks can Keith withdraw from his account? So, he is starting with $500. That's important information. He wants to have at least $200 in the account by the end of the summer. He is withdrawing. When you withdraw money, that means you take money out of the bank. So he's taking out $25 each week. Each is another word that means multiply. So we're going to take 25 and multiply by the number of weeks. So let's start writing this, okay? He starts out with $500. He is withdrawing $25 per week. Remember I said withdraw means to take money out of the bank. So if you're taking money out, you're subtracting the amount of money that's in your account. So we're subtracting 25 each week, means multiplying by the number of weeks. it said that he wants to have at least $200. That means no less than $200. Therefore, this 500 minus 25W has to be greater than or equal to our $25. So now we have to solve for W. So first thing we have to do is get the term with our W by itself. Since this is a positive 500, we are going to subtract 500 from both sides. And when we do that, we get a negative 25W is greater than or equal to a negative 475. Now, in order to get W by itself, we have to divide by a negative 25 on both sides. Since we are dividing by a negative number, the bells should be going off in your head that, oh my gosh, we got to change the inequality symbol. So we flip the inequality symbol. Now we have that W is less than or equal to negative 475 divided by a negative 25 is going to give us a positive 19. Therefore, he can only withdraw money from his account for 19 weeks or less. Okay. In class on Monday, we're going to be practicing writing inequalities and solving them using a word problem. We're going to have station activities. So, we'll see you on Monday and have a great weekend.